It's Jack here in December. You know what that means. It's time for the end of the year review. Every year I post my New Year's goals, and every year I review them publicly so that way people can see if I completed them or not. The whole idea is that people can share their New Year's goals and kind of hold each other accountable. Plus, doing it publicly kind of forces your hand into making sure you actually do your New Year's goals, because most people don't actually do them. So I have just a still screenshot that I'm going to put myself in right now. Ooh, the power of very crappily editing. Thank God I took like 30 minutes to read a book on Adobe Premiere, and I'm using those skills wisely, baby. So here, let me review it. So I did 22 out of the 29 New Year's goals, which is decent. I actually recently reviewed them in another video just because I was running out of content ideas. So I figured, hey, might as well kind of wrap up the year with this. So lose weight, I obviously did not lose weight. I am still 293. I'm the same weight that I was last year in the beginning. It sucks. Every year I put that I'm going to lose weight, and every year I don't make it. But next year's the one. I can feel it. Plus, I'm hitting 30. Or I'm 30 now, so I got that whole, I'm going to die soon working for me. Right after that, I only eat out twice a week. I failed that. I failed that hard. There were some days, especially after long work projects, where I'm like, I don't have time to cook anything. There's nothing already pre-cooked. I'm just going to eat whatever from whatever restaurant. And, that's fine. It's work. I'm blaming work. But yeah, not my fault, but I should have prepared better by knowing, hey, there's going to be some times where I'm going to stay in late. I should have prepared a meal ahead of time. After that, we have a protein shake every single day. Not sure why I wrote this, but having a protein shake didn't happen. Obviously, I was on vacation earlier this year, and I couldn't have a protein shake then because I didn't want to go to Washington, D.C. to go to some hipster shake company and spend all that money. No, so I failed that one. The ones I did do successfully was run a 5K, which run is in quotes. I ran a 5K, as in I walked like 95% of it and ran a little bit in the beginning, a little bit at the end. Pretend I did it. Pretend I ran the whole thing. That obviously was a success. I do want to run another 5K, and I want to do, there's something called a Couch to 5K. I want to do that video series and see how well I did. I didn't get the time. I did the untimed bib because that's like $10 cheaper. But I wish I may record what I run before the Couch to 5K and then record what I run after. Use that as the comparison. Floss every single day. That is something I actually did every single day. I either did my water flosser through the water pick, or I actually bought like those little tooth things. I forgot what they're called, like little plastic dental floss things. I did those, and I did them during vacation, so I actually did floss every single week. What a great success. Next up was my mental health New Year's goals. My mental health New Year's goal was to take a 24-hour tech Sabbath. I did not do that. It's nearly impossible for me to do that. And this was like once every single month. I could not do it. Like between work, school, these videos, and yeah, I was in school. Was I in school this year? I don't even know. It's been such a long year if I was in school or not. But regardless, I did not have the time to not do technology just because that's just my job. I'm a software developer. I need to be by my computer at all times. Another thing I failed at this year was journaling at least once every week. I did not journal once this year. Again, something that I failed right in the beginning of the year. So I was like, what's the point? I already failed this task, so skip it. Reduce the amount of time I was on Reddit. I did do that. I set a timer for my phone every 15 minutes or for 15 minutes. And once that 15 minutes was over, I'd stop doing Reddit. I did pretty much do that. I only did Reddit while I was on the toilet, which is good. Update Life Blueprint this year. I did that twice. I actually made a video on one of the times. That was pretty good. The next category is learning. Read a new book every single other month. I did not do that. I did not read a single book this year, which is pretty bad. Usually I'm at least a little bit better and I read one or two books a year. But not this year. I just didn't read anything. I didn't read like a lot of work manuals, which, again, software developer, reading coding documentation that doesn't count as reading. I wanted to read like nonfiction or fiction, they're both like nonfiction, kind of like business books. And of course, fiction, like I wanted to reread Redwall because that was the book series I loved as a kid. So that's something I'm trying to do. There's something I did complete was take a class through EDX or something on programming. For work, I had to take a lot of classes through LinkedIn Learning and Boomi and other training modules. So great success there. Get a library card. I got a library card. I checked out some things, mostly comic books, to be honest with you, and manga. Again, didn't really read any real books this year. I mostly just read comic books and manga and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty good. And if you're curious, I'm rereading the Ultimate Spider-Man series by Brendan Michael Bendis. I love Ultimate Spider-Man. The not the Miles Morales version, the one that came out in the early 2000s. After that, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. So next up is YouTube Hobbies. This is something I want to do. I want to improve this YouTube channel, put a lot more effort into it, kind of grow it this year. And I did grow it quite a bit. One thing I want to do is create a new video every single week. I did not do that. I missed a few weeks. As you can tell, I missed it right in the beginning of this year. I just did not have time to create these videos. Which is bad, but, I should have added a little bit of buffer, a little bit of lenience, so that way I can accomplish these goals. That's one thing I learned this year, is I need to be a little bit more lenient with these. Instead of doing like every single week, do it like most weeks, like 50 weeks out of the year. Next, I wanted to expand the YouTube channel to 500 subscribers. I actually didn't do this one. I think I marked it wrong right now. I'll fix it in editing so you won't see that mistake. But yeah, I did not get this right. So really, I did 21 out of 29, which is going on down. So yeah, I did not expand the YouTube channel to 500 subscribers. Some of that is probably because due to the lack of time, the videos, I definitely put out some videos that I'm not proud of. So my idea is to kind of plan ahead, kind of squeeze in more time for YouTube, and kind of rework things, make my process flow a lot better. So next thing I want to do is I want to restart the 30 days challenge twice this year. I did it one time, I did record, the second time I didn't, just because it was kind of boring. But I did do the 30 days, which is my self-improvement series. I did that twice. I still want to create an app on it. It's going to happen at some point in my life, just not now. Social, I wanted to go to at least 3 meetups this year, and I did it. I did things like Toastmasters. I went to a volunteering thing, and then I did a couple of things for work. A lot of meetups and traveling and conferences and stuff for work. So I think that counts. Next up, as I want to hang out with friends at least 5 times this year. I did do that. I'm kind of someone who's a little bit less social than I think most people are. So kind of forcing myself to get out there, hang out with 5 different friends, was good. Plan a new activity every week, like the movies and like doing something beauty related with my wife is something I did do. Basically, every week we had a plan that was either, hey, let's go shopping. Then after shopping, we can go get ice cream and like walk in the park. or we would go on like an actual event, or we would go on vacation, or we'd see a concert. Me and my wife, we saw two concerts. We saw like Alien Ant Farm, which was an old kind of like new metal type band. We saw, I think, Stained, which was no, not Stained. Got Trapped. I don't know. Whoever did that, Headstrong to Take You On. We saw them. I don't even know their name. We saw them. It was just like one of those concert tickets where like, oh, we fell into it. We got a free concert series. Well, that's actually how we saw Buck Cherry too, which is another band that I'm not a big fan of that we got for free. So it was like, let's see them. And then we just walked out. We're like, this is sucky. Next up is, of the activities, 5 should be in a new place. That's not a restaurant. I did so. We went to a couple of new places, especially in Chicago. It was so nice to be able to see something new because we usually hit up like the same couple of spots, to hit up the same parks, walk the same areas. It's nice to shake things up. As far as social, I wanted to elevate my wardrobe by buying 5 new things. I did. I bought socks, underwear, shorts. I got a new sports coat, Nautica from Costco, and I got some nice shoes. They're the same brand as my old shoes, but hey, they work. I have very flat feet. I'm a 6'2", boy with like size 13 feet. I got big ass, and they're super wide too, so I have to buy like the Trip Double E, like wide guy shoes. It's bad. And I'm super flat foot, so any arch is just going to cause me pain. So I basically have to buy like the New Balance dad shoes. I did so all in my 20s, which makes me super cool. While you guys were wearing Nikes, I was wearing some 623s. That New Balance vibe. Next category is financial. I wanted to pay off at least $20,000 within the student loans, and I did so. That was pretty good. It's nice to get a huge chunk of those loans. I think we only got like $60,000 left, which is quite a lot, but we're making progress. Sucks that Biden didn't cancel that $20,000 of loans. And these are my wife's loans. She's in grad school now. So they're still being added, but shouldn't be too much longer. And plus, once she's graduated from grad school, she's going to be making a whole lot of money, and those student loans are going to evaporate. After that, we wanted to organize our monthly budget to limit any unnecessary spending. We did so. We culled back a lot of spending, tried to reduce our eat-out budget, which we did. We still ate out more than we probably should, hence why I'm a big dude, but yeah, no, we definitely culled back some of our spending, which is good. So we canceled Hulu. We kept Netflix because there's a few good shows. We were watching Better Call Saul. But like Netflix and Disney Plus and the rest of these streamers like Peacock, no one wants you, Peacock. Just go away. Next up was we wanted to hold a marriage meeting every single week, which we did. Every Sunday I met with my wife. We had like a 20 minutes to be like, hey, what's something good about each other? What's something we need to work on? Let's review our budget. Let's review the meal plan. It was just nice to sit down, just kind of have a 20-minute dedicated focus, no phones in hands, just to talk about things, issues, as well as things that we love about each other. Reaffirm those emotions. I definitely recommend all you guys who are married to get a marriage meeting. Have that scheduled. It's just nice to sit down and talk. Last up is to go on vacation, which we did. We went to Washington, D.C. It was an excellent vacation. I highly recommend you guys go to Washington, D.C. Super cheap. We flew in for like a couple $100. The hotel was paid for through like credit card points. And then for the rest of that, the museums are all free. The food, we decided to, eat super cheap, except for dinners. When we'd eat super cheap and then spend like $100, not $100 on dinners. That way you can have like go to like the nice parts of the city. We had like French cuisine. We had like the ocean cuisine. We had like a lot of different food. Next up is household. One thing I did fail at is fix the hole in the walls and in the office. There's still holes. There's still scuff marks all over this place. That's definitely going on next year's list though, since we gotta get that lickety split. So yeah. Next up was we need to deep clean park carpets by renting a cleaner. We did do that. I kind of had like this whole video idea of like deep cleaning the house where I like recorded the deep cleaning process, recorded, going through all the clothes that I have, all that stuff. The video turned out to be so bad, such trash that I just canceled it and closed it out. I didn't even want to post it, which is speaking to me because, I was struggling for some of these video topics to get done. Something I'm definitely working on. I have much better plans on. I actually have plans. I'm like, I'm having a video in February that I'm planning out and I'm doing now in December. Things that I probably should have been doing while I was doing this year, but hey, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's important that if you learn from them. Next up is the other category. Other, we try to have a theme food month, which we did. We had a Hawaiian theme month. We had German, Swedish. We've also did Italian. We tried like a whole Midwestern, like we don't usually eat like the whole casserole type thing, but we tried it. It's awful. It's bad. Mediterranean Cajun, which is my absolute favorite flavoring. Cajun, we had like so much good food, man. We had muffetta sandwiches. We had like hurricanes pretty much every day. Hurricanes are like a drink. Obviously, I don't drink alcohol, so it's non-alcoholic like hurricanes, but it was good. It was a fun time. Next up is we want to eat out at 10 new restaurants, and we did so. There was a lot of new restaurants that opened up near us. A lot of them closed during the pandemic, so new people opened up new restaurants to take their place. A lot of them are in the same categories. They're like, here's a cheeseburger. I'm like, great, they taste just like the other cheeseburgers, but it's someplace new. Lastly was to get over my fear of flying through a VR simulation, and I wanted to do a video series on that. However, with me traveling a lot for work, traveling for vacations, once or twice a year, I'm no longer really afraid of flying. Like, I'm flying out in Arizona. Usually by this time I would get panicking and stuff, but now I'm just like, man, I flew 8 times, and next year I'm flying 10 times because I have to fly Arizona and back. So yeah, I have 5 flights this year. Next year I have 3 of them scheduled for work already before the month of March. 2 conferences, and I have to visit 2 different sites for they need tech support. One of them's for 2 weeks. Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. My videos are going to be so far in the early month, which is why I'm planning now. But anyways, regardless, I already have like a lot of flying in my days, so I'm not really afraid of flying anymore. But that was it. That was the 29 different New Year's goals that I had planned, and that's what I accomplished. Overall, I think I did worse than I did the other years, but I feel a little more confident. I feel like I finally kind of understand what I should and should not do during New Year's goals, and I can do that, take what I've learned this year and apply it to next year, and which, I'm going to be writing now and recording soon, so stay tuned for that. That should be coming out next week, first week of 2024. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Did you guys accomplish your New Year's goals? If not, then please let me know. How many goals did you complete? How many goals did you not? Did you 100% complete them? If you did, then you need to pick some harder goals, dude. But seriously, leave me a comment below and I'll reply to all you guys. I love talking to people. Post them in the below. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be posting a new video every single week. Supposedly every single week. That's not going to be my New Year's goal. I'm giving myself some room. Thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day.